But Ramsey's doing his very best to put Marcus off.
He always delays everything. He's never on time. And he knows that this is my first demonstration, and he's been looking forward to this for a long, long time now.
What do you think of those hairs on his arm, Ken? Look. Marcus, you don't think you should have a shave before you go? Should we stand over there so it looks a bit fuller?
As Marcus demonstrates how to pan-fry red mullet, Ramsey's preoccupied with other thoughts.
I like to relax on its own, so to let the flesh relax.
But he soon meets an old rival of his own.
Better than you, Gordon.
He's doing very well. I wanted to watch this one. How are you?
You all right?
Yeah, fine, and you?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I'll see Steve.
It's better than you.
Over it is, apparently.
Good boy.
Same place last time.
Just a small garnish onto the plate. In there, just a touch of cherry.
You don't work no more.
I don't work no more. You're having a fucking laugh, aren't you?
Huh?
Who told you that? I don't work no more. Who told you that?
All friends of yours.
Deep fried.
Although it's been a success for Marcus, Ramsey's pride has been ruffled by his brush with a mocking chef.
Well done, Marcus.
Now it's hit the tabloids. Ramsey's decided to go public on his brother's addiction.
I can talk about it openly now because he's relapsed again for the third, fourth time, and I don't know, it's got to, it's out my system now because I've been there, done that, and done every possible support, given him everything I could possibly do to get him through it.
And to make matters worse, down in the West Country, Ronald has been charged with theft from the local supermarket.
Now it's, you know, thieving and using to fund his needs, so it's going to go up big time. He's in court on Monday, and if he gets sent away for 2 or 3 months, then you know, there'll be an adverse effect from that.
It isn't a choice. They really are addicted to it. They will actually prioritise obtaining the drug over everything else in their life. And when I say everything else, I mean their family, their relationships, their work, their physical health, everything.
So, with Ronald due in court next week, and even more aggro in the kitchen...
You're not bothered, are you, Sarge? Fucking useless.
How on earth will Ramsey cope with running a marathon and cooking for the Prime Minister all in the same weekend? Monday morning in a sleepy town in southwest England. Ramsey's younger brother Ronald is due to appear in court once again for petty theft to support his heroin addiction. He's going alone with only cameras and reporters as company. Meanwhile, his elder brother Gordon Ramsay is in his kitchen, preoccupied with developing a menu for the lunch that he has to cook at number 10. But for the staff, the gig at Downing Street is also a chance to get out of the kitchen, and rising star Sarge has volunteered to be Ramsey's assistant.
It's not the fact that I'm trying to kiss his arse, I'm not trying to creep round him, it's because it's what I enjoy doing. I don't mind giving up a weekend, or I don't mind giving up a Saturday or something like that to do it, because it's not a case of, you know, oh God, I'm not going to be able to get out for another beer. It's the case of going along doing something that I enjoy.
So is Sarge the new blue-eyed boy of the kitchen? That doesn't mean that he gets spared from being Ramseyed in front of the others.
Sarge is bouncing around like a bloody ballerina, with panache, with character oozing. So you can see he's, you know, clipping at the heels. Sarge, if you're going to bounce around, I'd rather go in the pastry. Sarge, I've warned you about it before. Sarge, because all jumping around, flipping around, you're knocking into him, he's knocking into you. If you turn around and address the brigade properly, we may get it out. Do you understand? Yes, Lord. You put the lids on rather than standing staring at me, no? You could do that, couldn't you? Yes, Lord. Not appetising sounding, then.
And Ramsey's keen to distance himself from accusations of favouritism.
We've got all the aspirations of Sarge becoming a talented chef, but the one question that I hold behind, you know, has he got the bollocks to maintain it?
I get more bollockings than most people in the kitchen because I suppose Gordon wants me to progress as much as he thinks I can.
Sarge, they can't serve any more than 6 at one time, just like we can't. Why are you doing it at 14 then? What's going to happen to the last 4 with a granate? Well done, Sarge. Gold star.
Meanwhile, in the West Country, Ronald Ramsey's court case has been heard. Having pled guilty to charges of petty theft, Ronald's leaving the court with 2 years probation and a place on a funded drug rehabilitation programme.
He got given a 2-year probation, which is bloody lucky. Very, very lucky indeed. He's off methadone. He's looking now to enter rehab, a secondary clinic where there's not such a strict confinement. Gives a bit more freedom.
Ramsey and Sarge are putting the finishing touches to the Downing Street menu.
Mark Sargent's going to be the resident chef there next year. Tony wants to go for his first star.
The special menu consists of British produce with a Russian influence. It includes a caviar dish for Putin, as well as ham-knuckle terrine for Blair.
I'm not too sure about Putin. Do you know, Putin reminds me too much of putain.
Putain is French slang for prostitute.
Okay, Mark, what do you think? Yeah? Nice and light? Yep. It's got a bit of a Russian sort of influence to it? Yeah? It's KGB free, sorry, it's GM free.
But there's already been friction between the bad boy of cooking and number 10.
I asked if I could use my own china, and he said no. You can't, because the space. They've got some dreadful china with all these horrendous emblems on with ER. All this ghastly green and grey stuff. And their size of their main course plates are the same size as my saucers.
Downing Street, I can't imagine having too much of a well-stocked kitchen in the terms that we're used to, you know, with all the stoves in a very professional kitchen. We've taken all our own pots and pans and everything like that, so we've got items of equipment that we're going to be used to. But we know the dishes, and so hopefully it should be fine.
I asked if we could, bring my own team of waiters in and serve it, but they want to use their butlers. They're not called waiters, they're butlers. They've been properly trained. They all starch their underpants, and they look immaculately dressed.
But even the boisterous Ramsey's getting butterflies about serving a real power lunch.
There is, no equipment whatsoever, so I'm not too sure if I'm positive it's going to work. I mean, I just hope they eat it. That's the most important. Okay, so the